Hello everyone, I'm Sage, and today we're diving into one of the strangest and most surprising rumors in our history. Did Vincent van Gogh, the famous painter, really eat paint? It sounds unbelievable, but this bizarre claim has been passed around for years. In this video, we'll explore where the rumor came from, what the facts actually say, and what it tells us about Van Gogh's mind and struggles. Let's get into it. The story about Vincent van Gogh eating paint has been around for a long time, and it's one of those tales that can make anyone raise their eyebrows. Van Gogh, a post-impressionist painter known for his vibrant colors and emotional depth, was said to have a rather tumultuous life. Many art enthusiasts have heard the claim that he ingested yellow paint, believing it could brighten his mood. But how much of this is really true? First off, according to various sources, including the Van Gogh Museum, there is no solid evidence that Van Gogh literally consumed paint to feel more cheerful. Instead, the idea seems to stem from his well-documented struggles with mental health. It's important to remember that during the late 19th century, mental health issues were often poorly understood and deeply stigmatized. While Van Gogh's letters to his brother, Theo, reveal his intense passion for painting and how deeply he felt his emotions, there are references indicating moments of despair and mental breakdowns. The stories about eating paint likely stem from a deeper interpretation of his psychological state rather than actual actions. For instance, during his time at the St. Paul de Mazel Asylum in Saint Remy de Provence, Van Gogh engaged in excessive and compulsive behaviors where he referred to taking in certain substances. But again, it wasn't specifically about the consumption of paint. Moreover, extensive research into Van Gogh's life has shown that he suffered from conditions that made him unique in his thoughts and perspectives. His art was a reflection of his inner turmoil and struggles, manifesting through bold colors and expressive brushwork. The intense use of yellow in many of his paintings does seem to spark some connection to the idea of yellow paint being associated with his mood, but this is purely thematic rather than literal. In fact, medical examinations of Van Gogh's physical health have revealed that he experienced lead poisoning from the oil paints he worked with, which could have contributed to some of his mental and physical health issues. Guided by these insights, historians speculate that the rampant speculation about him consuming paint might have been a misinterpretation by later generations looking to understand the depths of his suffering and brilliance. It's also worth noting that artists, especially during Van Gogh's time, often engaged with toxic materials in their work. Things like lead oxide and yellow paint were notoriously dangerous. However, the thought that he ingested these materials is, at its core, a myth born out of misunderstanding about his mental struggles and the realities of being an artist in that era. So, in the end, the story of Van Gogh eating paint might be fascinating, but it's not based on fact. It tells us more about how we interpret eat his pain than about what he actually did. It's a story about misunderstanding and about how deep desire to understand genius and suffering. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this dive into the life and myths surrounding Vincent van Gogh. If you found this topic interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing stories from the world of art.